Economic downturn, China's youth desperately seek jobs, scammers take advantage. Chinese private equity fund scandal, 1.252 billion yuan in deposits lost at bank. Former employee of Mainland software company exposes user monitoring, even officials' activities known. Mercedes-Benz in South Korea catches fire, Chinese-made batteries raise concerns. US President envious of China's high-speed rail? Here's the real story. It's all covered in today's China Truths. Economic downturn, China's youth desperately seek jobs, scammers take advantage. In Wuhan, a mother is advocating for justice for her 19-year-old son, Liu, who has the intellectual capacity of a 5-year-old and was exploited by a plastic surgery clinic. The clinic convinced him that cosmetic surgery would increase his popularity and earning potential on live broadcasts. Subsequently, Liu was persuaded to take out a 30,000 yuan loan, approximately $4,180, to pay for the surgery. The incident has ignited outrage on Weibo, with users condemning the clinic's actions as a severe violation of human decency, labeling the clinic's staff worse than animals, and such people will face severe retribution. Despite the controversy, the surgery went ahead, and the loan was initially processed. However, with the support of television and legal advisors, Liu's mother managed to get the loan cancelled. Tragically, the damage had already been done. Liu underwent the breast augmentation, and then had to endure a second surgery to remove the implants, deepening his psychological trauma. On television, his mother shared her pain, seeing the 2 scars under my son's chest. I am heartbroken. This story has resonated widely, with one Weibo user reflecting on the broader issue of unethical practices in the medical aesthetics industry. One commented, "What I encountered wasn't as outrageous, but I've seen someone being tricked into spending over 20,000 yuan, about $2,800, on completely unnecessary consumption." According to Reuters, as the economy weakens, instances of various types of fraud in China are on the rise, including those related to recruitment, advertising, and loans. Authorities report an increasing number of students and recent graduates falling prey to these scams. A recent scam has come to light involving Xiaochen, a university student looking for part-time work as a meal delivery driver, who was deceived into signing a year-long electric bicycle rental contract. Employees at the rental shop, masquerading as recruiters from the popular food delivery service Meituan, falsely claimed that renting a bicycle was necessary for the job. As reported by the Xinmin Evening News, weeks after signing, Xiaochen discovered his earnings were far less than the tens of thousands he was promised, leaving him struggling to pay his monthly rent. Amidst this unstable job market, some students are turning to fraud themselves. In November last year, CCP prosecutorial agencies reported a 68% surge in the prosecution of minors under 18 for telephone and internet fraud in the first 10 months of 2023. There was also a noted increase in the number of young graduates with college degrees joining fraud rings. China's unemployment rate reaches record high. This summer, 2024, a record 11.79 million new graduates flooded into China's job market amid a slew of crises, including trade wars, lingering COVID-19 effects, a continuous real estate downturn, and weak consumer spending. In June last year, the youth unemployment rate escalated to a historic high of 21.3%. Following this, the Chinese government stopped publishing this data, arguing that including students distorts the real picture, complicating the tracking of job seekers aged 16 to 24. According to a spokesperson from the National Bureau of Statistics, approximately 33 million people in this demographic were job hunting last year, with the overall unemployment rate peaking in July at a 4-month high. Chinese private equity fund scandal, 1.252 billion yuan in deposits lost at bank. On August 16, the disappearance of 1.252 billion yuan, approximately $174.69 million, from Zhujiang Yus Investment Management Company, Limited, or also called Yus Investment, at Chang'an Bank sparked public shock. Both entities deny knowledge of the incident, pointing fingers at each other. Reports from the National Business Daily reveal that nearly all the deposited funds were transferred out, leaving a mere 86,000 yuan, approximately $12,000, by July this year. Redemption services have been suspended in light of this. Yuan Investment had secured funds through a term deposit contract from April 2019 to May 2023, channeling investments from 3 products into Chang'an Bank's specialized accounts. By July 3, only 86,000 renminbi remained, contrary to the millions initially reported. A management figure at Shoushur Investment disclosed at the month's end that all stored funds had vanished, labeling the situation a critical loss in a low-risk cash management fund. Investigations suggest that unauthorized internet banking activations and subsequent transfers by Baojifeng Wangeling Equity Investment Management Company, Limited, Xian Changrong Investment Management Company, Limited, and Baoji Yuanda Asset Management Company, Limited facilitated the disappearance of funds. Over 5 years, these transfers drained the private equity fund's accounts. Following these revelations, on July 10, Yuan Investment announced a temporary suspension of redemption services and started coordination with law enforcement and Chang'an Bank's head office. They also claim the deposits totaled 1.32 billion yuan, about $197 million, in a legal notice to the bank. Chang'an Bank responded, clarifying that Yuan Investment held a deposit settlement account with no custodial oversight from the bank, which later included facilities for corporate internet banking. A banking expert said that supplementary contracts should supplement, not contradict, the main agreements, pointing out that breaches in these agreements directly violate the foundational terms set by both parties. Public and legal scrutiny has intensified. Lawyer Zhuang Jiming noted the need for clear custodial agreements to ascertain the legitimacy of the fund transfers. Public sentiment is increasingly wary, highlighting a deep mistrust towards private equity firms and the broader financial management practices that allowed such a significant oversight. Former employee of Mainland software company exposes user monitoring, even officials' activities known. Recently, Fu Sheng, a former employee of the prominent Chinese software company Qihu 360, exposed the firm's practices of monitoring users, including the websites visited by officials. On August 14, a Weibo user named Zhang Zhou posted that Fu Sheng had admitted to avoiding 360 products, leading him to develop his own applications like Cheetah Cleaner. Alongside this post, an interview video was shared where Fu Sheng was queried about whether 360 is considered rogue software. In the interview, Fu Sheng confirmed, privacy theft is indeed a reality. There was a permissions issue with a server. Once the problem arose, Google automatically harvested that user data, which then got leaked within hacker circles. With extensive data sharing, one could see numerous personal documents and online activities tied to specific devices. From those data packets, we could even tell that an official spent the morning drafting documents and the afternoon browsing certain sites. Reflecting on his experience, he remarked, "I was shocked when I saw this. I used to rely on 360 myself, but I quickly got rid of it. Now, I only dare to review such products on a virtual machine to avoid using my actual device. It's up to everyone to decide whether it's rogue or not." The NTD reporter could not verify when or where this interview took place. Further complicating the company's image, a discussion on China's Zhihu platform in January questioned why 360 was labeled as rogue software. Users commented that the company, for its aggressive marketing tactics, such as using pop-up ads, bundling software, and forcing installations that are difficult to uninstall. Comments also noted that 360's installer often included unwanted or unnecessary software by default, potentially compromising user privacy and linking to risky advertising websites. Additional complaints surfaced on June 20 when a young man in mainland China uploaded a video complaining about the difficulty of uninstalling the 360 family bucket after installing 360 Safeguard, illustrating the pervasive issues associated with the company's products. 360, founded by Zhou Hongyi in September 2005 and based in mainland China, remains a significant player in the internet security sector, offering products like 360 Safeguard, 360 Antivirus, 360 Search, 360 Safe Browser, 360 Mobile Assistant, and 360 Mobile Guard. Mercedes-Benz in South Korea catches fire, Chinese-made batteries raise concerns. Earlier this month, a Mercedes-Benz EQE 350 electric vehicle caught fire in an underground parking lot in Incheon, west of Seoul, leading to significant damage and public concern. The incident on August 1 resulted in about 40 cars being damaged and another 100 affected. Approximately 23 people were hospitalized due to smoke inhalation, and some residents were displaced to shelters. On August 13, Mercedes-Benz Korea revealed that the EQE 350, which has a starting price of about $67,000 in South Korea, was equipped with a battery manufactured by the Chinese company Envious Energy. This incident has reignited worries about the quality of Chinese electric vehicle batteries, given previous issues noted with these components. In 2021, Beijing Automotive Group recalled around 32,000 electric vehicles due to similar risks linked to Envious Energy batteries. Lithium-ion batteries, such as those used in the affected Mercedes-Benz, can burn at significantly higher temperatures than those in gasoline-powered vehicles, complicating firefighting efforts due to a phenomenon known as thermal runaway, a chain reaction within the battery. These safety concerns have led to increased scrutiny of EV batteries, particularly those sourced from China, which is known for being a global leader in battery production. Despite this, the quality and safety of these batteries vary widely, especially frequent explosions or fires, a fact noted by Taiwanese financial expert Huang Shirtsong and assistant professor Zhu Yuezhong. Huang said the prevalent issues with quality control, while Zhu pointed out that many global car manufacturers, including Tesla, rely on Chinese batteries primarily due to cost considerations. Zhu emphasized that automakers need to be responsible for their own quality control and conduct thorough testing to protect their brands. In response to growing safety concerns, South Korea announced new measures on August 13 that will require car manufacturers to disclose detailed battery information for electric vehicles starting next month. Additionally, several automakers, such as Hyundai Motor, Kia, BMW Korea, and Mercedes-Benz Korea, have recently begun to openly share their EV battery brand information. This proactive approach follows the European Union's lead, which passed legislation last year mandating an electric vehicle battery passport to detail the manufacturers and material sources of EV batteries. This regulation is set to take effect in 2027, aiming to enhance transparency and safety in the rapidly growing electric vehicle market. U.S. President envious of China's high-speed rail? Here's the real story. On August 15, CCTV released a video mocking the lack of progress in U.S. high-speed rail development, highlighting recent praise from former President Trump during a live stream with Elon Musk. The video also noted envy from former Presidents Obama and Biden towards China's advances in high-speed rail, contrasting this with the minimal track laid in the U.S. Despite this, CCTV's commentary suggests that even African countries have made more progress than the U.S. in infrastructure development. The discussion quickly became a trending topic online. Netizens weighed in, noting significant differences between the national conditions of the U.S. and China. They argued that for the U.S., high-speed rail might not be cost-effective, emphasizing the greater convenience and lower cost of air travel. Additionally, the challenge of land acquisition in the U.S., where land is predominantly privately owned, was highlighted as a major barrier. U.S. economist David J.W. Wong commented on the situation, explaining that while Trump did praise China's high-speed rail, CCTV's portrayal leaned heavily towards political propaganda. He explained, the U.S. doesn't build high-speed rail primarily due to private land ownership issues. Building rail through privately owned land requires acquisition, which in the U.S. involves navigating complex state powers and is incredibly challenging. Additionally, our system requires that any construction goes through extensive legislative procedures and thorough evaluations of environmental, ecological, and cultural impacts. It's not that Trump sees China's centralized system as a fit or the best model for America. If he did, he wouldn't have initiated an economic trade war with China. Meanwhile, Associate Professor Sun Guoxiang from Southern Taiwan University analyzed the intentions behind high-speed rail construction from a U.S. perspective, which views it as a means to bridge urban-rural divides, support economic transformation, enhance social services, and foster technological and industrial advancements. Conversely, he critiqued China's approach as heavily politicized, aimed at asserting global leadership through its Belt and Road Initiative and using high-speed rail exports as a geopolitical tool. Economist Wang also addressed the issue of corruption in Chinese infrastructure projects, suggesting it as a reason why Chinese leaders prefer these projects over direct welfare enhancements, which are more common in the U.S. This infrastructure focus allows for potential profiteering through corrupt practices. The combination of a national system and corruption means that the costs associated with China's high-speed rail are significantly higher than those in Western countries. Despite having the largest high-speed rail network in the world, only 6% of Chinese rail routes were profitable by the end of 2023, highlighting what economists have identified as the high-speed rail gray rhino risk. Sun Guoxian identifies at least 5 current high-speed rail gray rhinos. Firstly, the massive accumulation of debt and fiscal stress. Secondly, the questionable sustainability and financial returns of these projects. High-speed rail requires long-term investment, which ideally should yield short-term returns. However, we're seeing that neither the accumulated debt nor the operational income are meeting these needs. Thirdly, there's significant pressure on local government finances and hidden debts, as many rail projects rely on local government support and guarantees. He adds that other risks include potential defaults on railway debts leading to a rise in bank non-performing loans and other financial instabilities. Moreover, the excessive focus on high-speed rail and similar infrastructure projects might be stifling the growth of other more dynamic economic sectors, potentially destabilizing the broader economic structure. Current statistics reveal that at least 26 high-speed rail stations in China are now idle, with some having been in use for more than a decade. Don't forget to leave a comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths.